I'm vengeance.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. What's up? What's up, guys? How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? AWO here. Okay, how you guys doing? Hope you're all doing good. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Capes and Trucks, episode 12. Okay, if you're in the chat, hello. I mean, obviously. Okay, obviously, hello. I got a few things to talk about, mainly two. All right, mainly two topics for DC related. Okay, yeah. So it's Thursday, right, guys? So Peacemaker, yeah. Last few Thursdays we talked Peacemaker, right? The spoiler review of each episode of Peacemaker season 2, but that's over with, right? So Thursdays are free from that now, and Tuesdays are going to be free from that until whatever. Okay. So welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel, guys. Come say hello. I'm alive. Yeah, I'm live. Yeah, I am live. Come say hello. Uh, we're gonna talk. Yeah, so talk about the Flash. Andy Muschietti. Well, okay. Andy Muschietti's talking. He's talking to the press, talking to press junkets. That's because welcome to Dairy Show, the prequel series to it. Pennywise. When's that series comes out? It comes out very soon. October 30th, I think. I don't know. When's it come out? Welcome to Dairy. October 26th. Okay, October 26th it comes out. That's when it comes out. October 26th. Okay, so yeah, he's worked on that. Based on, developed by Andy Muschietti, right? And he's actually directing the first 4 episodes, confirmation. So he's directing the first 4 episodes of the show. Okay. But we're not here to talk about it. We're here to talk about his comments on the Flash and why in his mind, a mixed reaction. Okay? Give me my thoughts, my opinions, things like that. Okay? Now, the Flash was a very mixed movie. Very bad, and some people like it. Okay? I'm in between. Overrated, overhyped. Yeah. Overly overhyped. Massively overhyped movie. Massively. Did it fail to meet expectations? Did it fail to reach the excitement, the exaggeration of the hypeness? Is that a word? Yes, definitely it has. Definitely, that's no question about it. No question about it. It's definitely failed that. I blame, well, Tom Cruise on that. And a lot of people hyping it up. Others. And yes, I don't know. And yes, there was controversy heading into that movie with lead star Ezra Miller. From 2020, 2021, 2021 was almost every week you would hear a story about Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller, what kind of trouble, shenanigans, what kind of stuff is Ezra Miller getting in trouble these days? Yeah. Oh, Harvey Dent. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about what Andy Muschietti said about the movie, and then we're gonna talk about Nicholas Hoult in an interview talking about Lex Luthor. Okay, okay. I gotta get the Andy Muschietti stuff. I saved it. Then I got the article. Is this a playlist? Okay. See, so far in the DCU, probably the beginning of Superman. I mean, that's a beatdown. Right at the beginning, that's definitely a beatdown. Okay, so all right, okay, playlist. What is the playlist? Is that from yeah, is that where is that from? This is okay, it's not from anywhere. Um so yeah. Oh, you mean heroes really beat up a villain? I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know. You haven't seen it yet, I don't think. Okay, so let me get to this. Okay? Yeah, okay. Prequel series of Welcome Dairy, blah, 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 blah. But let's go on to this, okay? Join the Binge Worthy podcast to discuss the expanding Stephen King's horror mythology for television. Okay? Whatever. Okay? Okay. So, he talked about bandwagon. Muschietti also briefly reflected on how anger-based online bandwagons can harm a film reception. Maybe Commandos would be up Cersei because Peacemaker, Team Peacemaker, okay, Team Peacemaker for sure. Because Cersei definitely had some shots in were Keith not so much compared to compared to Cersei compared to Keith. Okay, so reflect on anger-based online bandwagon. It's going to harm a film's perception, especially when outrage is misdirected by people who haven't seen the work itself. I did not be suggested played out when Ezra Miller's off-screen controversies became unfairly imprinted on the movie and the studio behind it. Okay. Asked how he processed the experience or whether it shook his confidence, Muschietti admitted to the feeling disappointed, but emphasized his resilience. Of course, he's making the Batman Brave and the Bold movie. Of course. Of course. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. I mean, so what he said, he just said, no, we just moved on and understood that sometimes there's a headwind in the project that you dedicated a lot to, he said, and very proud of. I think it's a good movie. Okay. You kind of didn't know that the reality of film's poor box office performance. A lot of people did not see it, but you know how things are these days. People don't see things, but they like to talk shit about it, and they like to jump on bandwagons. They don't really know. People are angry for reasons that are unrelated to these things. Okay, this guy's really pissed. Really pissed. Really mad. Really mad. Okay. She'll come back. Seriously, don't worry. She'll come back. I think she'll come back. Okay. Muschietti alluded to Ezra Miller's off-screen controversy impacted the film's reception. Of course, we have publicly questioned Ezra. That is undeniable, and I'm not crashing them. But yeah, we love the movie, and actually, we recommend it. Sure, you recommend it. You like the movie. Despite the turmoil, Muschietti expressed gratitude towards the studio for standing behind the project. This may seem immaterial now, but we also had such much support from the studio. Really, at a point where they could have been like, backing out because of the issues we were having publicity, and they went on, and we went on. He added again and again, "We love the movie. We know we gave it our blood, sweat, and tears all the way to the end, and I watched it like a week ago, and I loved it again." Man, I don't know. Look, you love the movie. You made a movie. You made a movie. Most directors don't trash on their own movies unless there's interference involved. Unless there's major studio interference, or it's really really bad. Most directors don't trash movies, their own movies. So you can't really take. So you could take. You could take Jeff Loveness. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Jeff Loveness has done since Ezra Muschietti. Well, they haven't done anything in 2 years. But Jeff Loveness. Yeah. So that the difference is Eddie Muschietti and Jeff Love. The difference is Eddie Muschietti is also a director. Jeff Loveness is just a writer. Just a writer. And Quantumania wasn't as good either, but it did better overall at the box office than The Flash. But of course, Muschietti is gonna praise. I'm sure he's proud of working on the movie. He's proud. He admits it. But yeah, there was a lot. There's already a lot of problems going. There was a lot of issues going on the movie. And Ezra Miller. The thing is, Ezra Miller's stuff was mostly online. Most of that stuff online. And that guy was getting all sorts of trouble. And Warner Brothers were sticking by Ezra Miller. They were determined to get this film made because a lot of those stuff that Ezra Miller was getting into, the studio will be like, maybe we should think again and not do this. The guy is not exactly all there, and he's not exactly been shown the best in the limelight in a positive way lately. It's antics. Maybe we should stay away from this guy right now. You also got to remember, he filmed 2 movies during that time period. Okay, Ezra Miller, The Flash, and the Fantastic Beasts third movie. Okay? He also filmed the Fantastic Beasts third movie. That time, the Fantastic Beasts came out in a year before The Flash came out. Oh, and The Flash was moved to the year after. But also the CGI wasn't the greatest. Look, a lot of CGI in 2022, 2023, from 2020 to 2023, CGI in movies and the VFX in movies wasn't the best, wasn't the greatest. That's because there was a lot of rush work. There was a lot of working from home at the time. It was during the pandemic. A lot of it was during the pandemic. It wasn't the best. VFX and CGI was not the best. There were problems. Marvel had the same issues. What made the Batman so good is that it didn't rely on that, the VFX or CGI. The Batman didn't rely on that, but all the other superhero movies kind of did. Ezra Miller will play Joe Rogan in the biopic. Joe Rogan's biopic. It'll be directed, written, and produced by Joe Rogan. Okay, Joe Rogan. Okay. You can bank on that. What if Joe Rogan wants to play himself? I think the problem with the Flash movie, one few problems. Obviously, the movie came out when Gunn and Safran were put in charge, and the movie came out a month after the slate. So when they announced the slate in January, the end of January of 2023, a lot of people that say, you know what, is James Gunn made it clear? Then made it perfectly clear that the Flash really the movie doesn't really have a place in the DCU. No, I don't want the Penguin to be multiversal. It needs to be in the same universe. Okay, so I think a lot of people, there's no point to see Shazam, Fury Gods, Aquaman, even though Aquaman did okay, and the Flash. I think that definitely hurt people going to see the movie because they didn't care. They didn't care because they believed that those two movies had no future. Okay, no future to DCU. Going to the DCU, they had no future going to the DCU. I went to see it just because I went to see those movies knowing there's a strong possibility they have no future in the DCU, and they don't, obviously. I just went to see the movies because as a comic book fan, I wanted to see those movies. I wanted to see those movies, so I did. Okay? I know there's a lot of people that do not like Shazam Fury of the Gods, but Shazam Fury of the Gods is okay for what it is. It's not a great movie, but it's not a terrible movie. It's a middle-of-the-road comic book movie, in my opinion. Same with Aquaman. Lost Kingdom is a middle-of-the-road movie. Okay? The Flash, it was cool to see Batman. Michael Keaton's Batman. That was great. And his scenes were great. Him as a 70-year-old man kicking ass in the back costume in Siberia, Russia, trying to save, free Supergirl, right? Jailbreak Supergirl, whatever. It was good, but it was just it needed something, and it needed Reverse Flash. To let you know, Harvey Dent. Let you know, James Gunn said there's no season 3 of Peacemaker. Okay, James Gunn said there's no season 3 of Peacemaker. That's not happening. Okay. But it needed Reverse Flash. Okay. It needed Reverse Flash. Okay. It needed Reverse Flash in that movie because the whole point of the movie was going back in time to save his mother from being murdered, right? Being murdered. It needed Reverse Flash. And the director, Muschietti came out and said, and he said Reverse Flash killed his mother. Reverse Flash is responsible to murder his mother. They never mentioned Reverse Flash or a fucking another speedster or anything like that. Right? He always believed his father was innocent. He believed his father was innocent of the murder of his father, but he never never investigated who murdered his mother. And the director flat out said, Reverse Flash. Edward Thawne killed his mother. But we never saw that. He came out and said it, but the movie never said it. When it was Flashpoint, you're right. When the director says that in an interview or whatever it was, it might have been an interview, he said, Reverse Flash comes out. Do you know there's something wrong there? It makes people like, wait. Wait, why was he in the movie? Okay. What? Wait, why did you say that? You should have shown him. Say it, but don't show it. This is not like a character we've seen in the DCU before, Reverse Flash, or DCU, whatever at the time. Okay? We haven't seen Reverse Flash this time. You can't just say flat out say it's Reverse Flash. It never mentioned or hinted at another speedster in the movie. And you just come out saying it's Reverse Flash? No. As a director, you have to show it. Or at least tease it or hint at it or mention something about possibly Reverse Flash. You can't just come out and say it in a fucking interview. Okay? Because not everybody who was going to see who saw the Flash movie, everybody who saw the Flash movie, not a lot of people, obviously, because of the box office numbers, it's going to search that up. Okay? Search that up. And the comic book, here's the one problem. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Regular people went to see, because a lot of regular people do see comic book movies, not as much as they used to. Right, not as much as they used to, but when some regular people that went to see the Flash, whatever they are, okay, as me as comic book fans, I think most of us here know, we know Reverse Flash killed his mother. Okay. We know he killed his mother. Okay. But regular people that don't know much about the Flash, this is a good superhero movie. They're gonna wonder, wait a minute. Who killed the mother, though? Who killed his mother? Okay? And they're gonna be, is it like a Bruce Wayne situation? Where you know specifically it's either Joe Chill or Joe Chill. It's some adaptations. The who killed Bruce Wayne's parents, Joe Chill, or sometimes they like to, play with the mystery with that, right? With the Flash, it's always been mostly for years, it's been one character, okay? Okay, Reverse Flash. That's been a staple over the years. The Joe Chill thing is sometimes and sometimes not. But still, we want to know who killed people. People want to kill Reverse Flash, his mother, Flash's mother. They didn't even mention. They didn't even hinted at it. I think that was a miss. They should have hinted. At it. Even honestly, if they were not, because since they were going to DCU, they should just have Reverse Flash as the villain in it, and just go on from there and end it with there. This, okay, that's it. But no, they had to use Black Flash, who was Barry Allen. Why would Joe kill Barry moms? No. James Gunn's not going to do that. Doesn't make people. Publishing is far better since Jeff Jones left the building. Okay. Okay. Okay, whatever. That was a miss. That was a huge misfire. And the Supergirl thing, to get Supergirl in the film, it's not really Supergirl. It's right. It's because they couldn't get Superman and Henry Cavill back. They couldn't get Henry Cavill back to do that movie, or whatever. Or they were just having negotiations. There's issues and negotiations going on. They got Cavill back for Black Adam because The Rock wanted him back. Warner Brothers had no interest before Safran or James Gunn came on to bring Henry Cavill back. I'm sorry, they had no interest to bring Henry Cavill back. Okay, none whatsoever. Okay, it was The Rock who forced him to. Previous creatures and commando. I don't know, man. They're all monsters. They're all disgusting creatures. I wouldn't say anything. They're not the best looking things. Uh, creatures. Okay. they're monsters. I don't know. um, but yeah, it was The Rock who kind of hamstrung, whatever. Yeah, Warner Bros. To get Cavill back for a pointless cameo that led nowhere. Nowhere. More, and there's, you know what? We'll just let The Rock have Henry Cavill for this after credits scene, knowing we're going to hand the helm. Zassos knowing he's going to hand the helm to DCU to James Gunn, Pierre Safran. When Black Adam came out in October, okay, Gunn and Safran are ready in place to be the new heads of DCU. It just wasn't announced, okay? You know what? Warner Bros. They only did The Rock a favor, man. They did Rock a favor. That's it. They had no interest in bringing Cavill back. Okay? No interest. Do you think the next Superman movie would be a No Way Home style movie where Cavill and Cornsrat both team up with Superman? No. It's just going to be Cornsrat. Cavill's not coming back. Cavill's gone. He is not coming back. He's not Superman anymore. If EVS takes the royalties from the upcoming McFarlane RFPs, that means he's willing to characterize money. Yeah, well, he does make royalties. Degrassi. Is he going to take royalties from the Lantern show? Too? Okay. I don't know, man. Oh, Cersei. I mean, I'm not in Cersei. Yeah, of course, Cersei is different, man. Cersei's a goddess. Yeah, but who did he come up with? He didn't. Did he come? Who came up with Atrocitus? Oh, if the rumor is true that Atrocitus and the Red Lanterns are in it, Degrassi, if the rumor is true, yeah, he may get royalties from it. Yeah. Okay, if the rumors are true. Now, I'm just gonna do this for fun. I got some new clips I'm gonna use for super chats. Here's one of them for you guys.
Hey, what are you guys arguing about? Where are you headed? Are you gonna go back there and polish his Peacemaker?
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that as a clip for super chats or just for moments, things. Maybe just listening. Maybe just Cersei, but she's not really part of the Creature Commandos. She's a villain, right? She's not part of the team. She's in the show, and Cersei should not be in Creature Commandos. She's too big of a character for that show. Too big of a villain. But yeah, so yeah, if the Red Lanterns are in it, if Atrocitus is in it, yeah, he gets royalties. Degrassi. Let me see. All I know that seems like I don't like that. Cersei should not be losing to Dr. Phosphorus or Weasel, especially Weasel. It's cause like Harvey, like Wonder Woman, Harvey Dent. Wonder Woman has trouble against Cersei at times. Wonder Woman, Cersei should not be easily losing to Weasel and Dr. Phosphorus. But let's use the lanterns. Okay. So we only it seems like the most confirmed villain in Lanterns. Well, Sinestro, obviously. Okay, Sin- okay, but possibly Black Hand. Okay, and there is this actor named Paul Van Victor who's playing a character named Atan. Atan. Okay. Let me see. And it kind of does sound that could be atrocious because an extraterrestrial who is devoted to exposing the truth and exacting vengeance against those who wrong his people and deliver his own brand of justice. That could be atrocious, but in order to be atrocious, there has to be a lot of red around them because atrocious is always in a bed, always I think in his lantern costume red. So we'll see if that character is eventually to be Atrocitus. But I don't like the idea of them introducing Sinestro, Black Hand, Atrocitus, bunch of villains in one show. I mean, uh, can this lead to a movie or something? Like save some of these characters for a movie. Atrocitus and Sinestro are pretty big villains. Like pretty big villains with lanterns to take on. And Black Hand too, to an extent. Sure, you got other lantern villains. Larfleeze is not. Larfleeze is not. Larfleeze is more be a comedic type villain, whatever. Of course, you got Krona. Sure, you got others. But yeah, if this character is supposedly Atrocitus, we'll see. But it sounds like Garrett Dillahunt's character, William McCon, a modern-day cowboy who hides a self-righteous, conspiracy-minded person behind a chopper fat K. That sounds like a villain to me. That sounds like a pure villain to me. Villain to me. And I think Laura Linney's in the movie, in the show. Laura Linney. You know what I think Laura Linney is? It's not confirmed, but I think Laura Linney is Carol Ferris. I think she's Carol Ferris, Laura Linney. Because the actress is around the same age as Kyle Chandler, in the same age range. So I think she's Carol Ferris. Okay, that's what I think. Sorry to break. Send me a super chat, somebody, because I got videos for super chats now. Clips. $2. I don't care. I got some good clips. Okay, that's some good clips. Okay. Everything's. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I think Laura Linney is Carol Ferris. Don't know about this other character is it could be Atrocitus, but we know it's the Nationals where they cast. Looks like Garrett Dillamont's character is anyone? What the fuck? Is probably Black Hand. But I don't know. You're gonna get a purple lantern, a yellow lantern, a red lantern, and a green lantern all in one show. What is it setting up? Blackest Night? What's next? You're gonna get blue lanterns. You're gonna get the white lanterns. You get orange lanterns. What's next? Right? What are you setting up? I'm trying to send one. Billy? What happened? I forgot a new card. Okay. I forgot I got a new card. What the fuck? I'm just. Okay. Nor Kitty Red Lantern. Who? Bleeze? I think isn't Bleeze like the only female Red Lantern that I know of? Bleeze? That's Jordan has a beer and cheats on his wife. Okay. Now I don't know when this show's coming out. Man, because the DC did not have a. No, I don't think Vic is going to come back as Solomon Grundy because I think Solomon Grundy does not fit Matt Reeves' universe. He's not looking for characters like that. Read this was last again. It's the early 2020. Yeah, as I know, early 2026. So I don't know. What is that? January, February, March? April? April is not. Wait, April? Yeah, April could be. That's more than quarter. Does Red know my real name? I think he does. Okay, I think he does. Andrew.
You dare? You dare?
I mean, Andrew. Return. This show doesn't have to be a VFX budget for all that. I mean, Adam. You dare?
Hey! What are you guys arguing about? Where are you headed? Are you going to go back there and polish his Peacemaker?
I mean, AJ. The answer's already in the chat. Yeah. Am I going to get in trouble for that? Did I put monetization on for this? Eric Andre? Your name? Hi, Eric Andre. I didn't know how a famous actor named Eric Andre. VHL see. All green? Well, according to the show, Sinestro is a disgrace Green Lantern. We know the three Green Lanterns in it. We know Guy Gardner's in it, Hal Jordan, and John Stewart. I mean, sure, they can show flashbacks of Sinestro being the greatest Green Lantern that ever lived. Sure, right? Okay. Well, yeah, it's been a long time since we got Green Lantern content. Okay. Space Stalin. Space Stalin. Gee, good lord. Space Stalin. Oh, man. Oh, man. Space Stalin. That's quite a comparison. Quite a comparison, Red. Quite a comparison, Space Stalin. Blind is the main character of the Eric Andre show. Yes, he is. It's facts. Just facts. I heard it's going to be a True Detective stuff, which I'll give it a chance. What does that mean? It's going to be two detectives finding in a small western like town, trying to uncover a murder mystery. I mean, is that like True Detective was not the first to do that. True Detective was not the first to do that, man. It was inspired. True Detective was inspired by other stuff. Okay? The concept's been done before True Detective. Yeah, I hope so, Degrassi. Landis is going to be peak. Better be peak. He's almost shut up. Okay. All right. Okay. It's going to be TVMA. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's an official HBO show. Oh, yes, it is. All right. I'm checking out this interview Nicholas Hoult gave with Lex. Talks about Lex Luthor and the future of Lex Luthor. Superman star Nicholas Hoult recently opened up a bit about the upcoming sequel, Man of Tomorrow, and how his character Lex Luthor fits into it. So let's recap this, guys. No, according to what I read on Wikipedia, well, take a grain of salt. According to the character of Sinestro is apparently a disgraced former Green Lantern. Former Green Lantern. Why would Hal Jordan look, Harvey. Look, why would he solve Vic's murder? They're different universes. The Batman universe is not part of DCU. And also, why would the Lanterns want to solve a murder in... No, that would be more likely Batman want to solve that murder. Okay? They're different universes. And the Lanterns, that's a Gotham thing. Lanterns would never want to solve that. That's not their thing. Yes, Guy Gardner's going to say the F word in it. He confirmed that. Okay? The Lanterns are not going to cross over a Batman in Lanterns. And Vic is dead, okay? You have to let it go. Vic is dead. He's dead. He's dead. And honestly, I don't care about the investigation of the murder of Vic. He's not going to play his death. I don't think he's going to play a crucial role in the Batman universe at all. Honestly, I think it's just going to be not really important overall going forward. I don't think he's going to be reincarnated as Solomon Grundy. I don't think he's going to come back as Victor Fries or anything. I think he's just dead, and they're going to forget about it. Okay? I'm sorry. What did Nicholas Hoult say about Man of Tomorrow? Speaking of GQ, in a recent interview, Hoult said that he hadn't forgotten a chance to read James Gunn's script for Man of Tomorrow yet, but would hopefully be doing so soon. Hoult was excited to step back in Luthor's shoes, though he feels there's a great chance to subvert expectation when it comes to his place in the DCU. Okay. Now you recap. We saw him in Creature Commandos. Not Creature Commandos. Oh my god. We saw him in Peacemaker. You know what's happening in Peacemaker. Vic is a side character. There's nothing there about him Vic is not in the DCU. Why are you so obsessed with Vic? Okay. Victor is dead, and he's in the Batman universe, Matt Reeves' universe. He's not part of DCU. That's separate. They confirmed that. James Gunn confirmed that it's separate. He said it a couple weeks ago. It's confirmed. They're doing things separately. It's different universes. Okay? No, Vic character is dead. He's moved on. It's not about Vic. The show, yes. It was not about Vic. It was more about the Penguin. It was actually more about the Penguin. He can't particularly be close to anybody. Okay? After the show, he can't be close to anybody after getting to the top of the crime world. Because Vic, he sees Vic as a potential threat eventually. He's done. Vic is done. If they do a season 2. The show is not really about Vic. The show is about Penguin. The Penguin's the kind of character that doesn't feel guilt. Okay? Penguin doesn't feel guilt. This is the same guy who killed his own kid, his brothers. He's responsible for murder of his brothers. If he felt guilt, he wouldn't have killed Vic. Penguin is not somebody who feels guilt. Okay? For murdering. He does not feel guilt. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man. If he felt guilty, he would never done that. All right, he would never killed Vic. But yeah, so I gotta read this from his quotes. But he said, also, I love working with James Gunn. I think he's a wonderful director and a creative person in mind. I just spoke to him a week ago or 2 ago about the sequel and his idea for that. Hoult said, I'm so excited to play the character again because I feel like there's a lot to explore with him and the of this suburb. It's going to be exciting to step back in those shoes again. Next to the actor also about how fun it was getting to play a villain due to the freedom it gives him. I do really enjoy it. I suppose there's a freedom of playing a villain because there's nothing you can do that could be wrong. It's really interesting to try and get into the mindset of the psyche of those people and their nature and the belief system ideology. He has a good point. That's true. Villain? I'm not sure. Pig one. Pig one. Oh. Pig one. He took papers from Vic's wallet because if he kept the wallet with the dead body in the jeans and the body washes up ashore, they will identify the police, they'll identify Vic and they will know that Vic has been handing out the pink one. That's the reason why he took out the papers, not for memory. It's because the possibility that of identifying Vic, the police identifying Vic, okay? They implicate and improve and disprove that Ping One is responsible for the death because they know that the Ping One and this kid Vic has been hanging out with each other. That's the reason he took the papers, not because of remembering, because of knowing Ping One knowing he'd be in trouble if he left the identification, his wallet, his papers, in Vic's pants. Okay, think, guys, think like that. Okay. If you want to know something, about dead bodies in water, here's the thing. A dead body, if you're gonna kill someone, I'm not saying you should kill someone, but if you kill someone and you put the body in a river, lake, ocean, well, ocean there's a good chance the body will be eaten, but if you put it in a lake, river, whatever, a dead body always finds the shore at some point. Okay? Okay? It's really one of the worst things you could do with a dead body. It's actually put it in water. Okay? Now, obviously, the amount of time it spends in the water obviously erodes the body at times, right? But a body always finds the shore. Always finds the shore. The shore. Now, one of the reasons why movies and TV shows have murder scenes, criminals putting dead bodies in the lake and rivers, because they need a plot. Okay? You need a plot. Blackfoot, all the kids were under the water for years. But that's a movie. But they always find the shore, right? The grass is that fun. Sorry. Blinded, I sent you an invite. I remember him. The only person that Penguin really cares about is his mother. I mean, Eve maybe, but it's his mother. He only cares about his mother. You want to know something? He's a freaking mama's boy. The Penguin is a mama's boy in the Batman universe. Okay, he's a mama's boy. Mama's boy. Sorry, it kind of cracked me. Oh, once again. He did drop his ID in the water, so that is a mistake. All right. Also, he didn't drop Vic in the water, did he? Yeah, I think he was in the water. Yeah. Okay, but Paper did care about Vic. Remember, he drank slush. He should freaking episode and taught him how to mix the flavors. But you don't get it. He didn't want to feel attached to Vic because he can't be attached running the criminal underworld or the at that point. No, Vic was left at the park. I don't remember. He didn't want to feel attached to Vic. Okay. Also, he saw Vic. He was teaching. Also, he was teaching Vic all this stuff too. He was teaching Vic all this stuff. You don't think Vic is a potential threat to Oz? Yeah, he took out a potential threat. Okay. Sophia Falcone was a threat. Johnny Vinny was a threat. Other families were a threat. You don't think that the guy he taught. That the guy he took under his wing is a potential threat. Yeah, he took the ID and money and dropped the ID in the water to make it look like a random wobbly murder. Yeah, and that scene, it was just him. It was at night. There was nobody else in that scene. There was nobody in the background walking or whatever, taking a dog out, eating ice cream or anything like that. I mean regular people, not them. Okay, where they saw Penguin murder him. Oh, he's fixing homework. I read that. Oh, he's fixing homework. Oh my god. Sorry, that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. That's funny. That's funny. Man. I got gave me a good chuckle. Oh, it's homework. What's the homework on? Is it fish? Okay. Look, the criminal underworld. You have no friends. And the people you take under your wing, you gotta be paranoid and feel possibly that they want to take over, stab you in the back, and want to take over. Oh my God. Look, listen, Harvey. They're not gonna do Swamp Thing or Solomon Grundy. This is a comic book show. They're not gonna do. Matt Reeves specifically said they're not gonna have fantastical elements in this universe. Okay? Swamp Thing is a fantastical element. Solomon Grundy is a fantastical element. Matt Reeves specifically said that. Okay? Okay? You know comic book shows, you can have realism in comic book shows, right? In comic book movies, right? You could do that. Not okay. How? What's the difference between Batman and James Bond movie? The Batman and James Bond movie. Nothing really. James Bond has all these gadgets. Right? James Bond has all these gadgets. Batman has all these gadgets. James Bond investigates. Batman investigates. takes on crime. What's the difference between James Bond movie and The Batman? Nothing. Nothing. They don't have any fantastical elements out of it. Right? There's no aliens or monsters or whatever. Beck's epic crime song. Okay? A comic book movie doesn't necessarily need to be comic booky. Comic book movies can have has realism. In fact, there has been realism in comic book movies, okay? Before. Okay? I'm just saying, like, come on, guys. Come on. The only big difference between the Batman and James Bond movie is that the guy dresses in a bat. James Bond dresses is a regular guy, in a suit. I don't think she got captured on purpose. No, because she wanted to kill the princess. I don't think she got captured on purpose. But yeah. So what do you guys think? I'm excited for Nicholas Hoult. He's excited. He's excited for the next Luthor. He's right. I think it's more fun to play a villain for sure. Now, some of you are not my wrestling audience here. I know some of you people who watch my channel are wrestling fans. The wrestlers will tell you there's a lot more freedom, a lot more control to play the bad guy than the baby face. They're saying. Okay. So it makes sense why he likes playing the villain more. It's a little bit more freedom, a little more, right? No, I think sure handprint will be gone. I think she will recover from that. Langston Fleury? Who's Langston Fleury? Let me see Langston. Oh, Langston. Langston. Oh, bird blindness. Oh, that happens? Oh, you think they should do that? Bird blindness. You think the penguin is like an ostrich or something? He'll be, whoa, look at that ostrich. That's the penguin. That's his name? That's Tim Mouse's character's name was Langston Fleury? I saw his theory, Peacemaker show. Did you guys see this? I just saw this on a Reddit posted 2 months ago. Langston Fleury is Martian Manhunter. I saw this on Reddit. Like just now. I was searching up Langston Fleury, then I saw this on Reddit. Fleury is Martian Manhunter. Tim Mills is Martian Manhunter. Here's the thing. Tim Meadows, and everyone who he does, movie-wise or TV show-wise, it's the same character. Okay? His mannerisms, his style of comedy is always the same character. Just that in Peacemaker is turned up a notch because it's more of a mature rating show. Okay? That's what Tim Meadows is for you. They hurt Cersei. Cersei is not invulnerable. Cersei is vulnerable. She can be hurt. For sure. I didn't know that was his name, but thank you. Thank you for making me search that up, Degrassi. You'll probably think like the penguin's like an ostrich or like a giant. Well, here's something. This bird animal is extinct, right? But what if he mistakes the penguin for a dodo bird? And John Economist, he'd be like, the dodo bird's extinct. What are you talking about? I see one right in front of me right here. What if they do that? What if they... Sorry. you. uh, sorry, that's Thanks to see Hot Girl first. That's going to be fucking hilarious. Yeah, she'll probably think it's like Hot Girl is a what bird could Hot Girl be related? He could mistake Hot Girl for uh, a falcon or like not an eagle, but a falcon or obviously not a hawk because that's Hawk Girl, right? Falcon. A freaking pigeon would be hilarious. A pigeon or a seagull, a pelican or something like a pelican. But that's funny. That's funny. Bird blindness. I like that. I like that. Pelican. All right, I'm all right. When he was just saying that forever, I said, why did I sign a 30-year contract? Oh, yeah, the ladies' man, right? Remember he was the ladies' man? Tim Meadows? He was the ladies' man, right? Or something like that. He did he was known as not the basketball team, bird blind and braille. But he was did the ladies' man, right? All right. I think I had enough for today. I gotta tell you about upcoming schedule for you guys. Upcoming schedule. Tomorrow, let's talk pop. It's gonna happen. Saturday, no stream. Saturday, I gotta watch AEW Wrestle Dream. And Red's gonna watch it. I know that, so I gotta watch that Saturday, and then we'll do detracting on Sunday. Okay, so let's talk pop. No stream Saturday. AEW track Sunday. Okay, so he'll want to tap that ass. He'll want to tap that ass. No, fuck your schedule. He'll want to tap that ass. That's a guarantee. And before I go, I gotta leave you this clip because it's fun.
You dare? You dare?
Yeah, she's beautiful. Don't worry. The scar will be gone. She could probably heal herself. I don't know why. I don't know. I think she could heal herself. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk pop. Got a few topics for tomorrow, and then I got a few ideas for Sunday. But AEW Wrestle Dream this Saturday, guys. That's why I won't be here. And well, I might be uploading, but who knows? But yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'm gonna let you guys on too. I mean, I should let you guys on.
Too sweet. Sweet. Too